Well, happening right now, Vice President Kamala Harris is gearing up for two major campaign events tomorrow. The first one will take place in Detroit, where Harris will plan to meet with union leaders and workers for a Labor Day celebration. Next, the vice president will then head to key battleground state of Pennsylvania. President Biden will be with her in Pittsburgh. It will be her very first joint campaign event since Harris became the Democratic nominee. News Nation's Mills Hayes, she joins us live from Pittsburgh. You know, Mills, what is the Harris campaign? What is it saying about the race in the battleground states right now?
Hey, Kelsey. Well, the Harris campaign says that they are still the underdog in this race, but they say they have the infrastructure in place to beat former President Donald Trump right now. In those battleground states, they say they have over 300 offices open, as well as more than 2,000 staffers that are on the ground working to get people registered to vote and to get out there so that they can get Harris elected. We also know that she will be in Detroit, Michigan tomorrow morning. She'll then head to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania later tomorrow night with President Biden. And President Biden is very popular here in Pennsylvania, as well as with union members. And so this will be the first time that they will be rallying and campaigning together since Harris took over as the top of the ticket. And they say that they are ready for all of the next few months of the campaigning. But they say it's going to be a tough battle, but they say that they can do it, Kelsey.
You know, Mills, it's an interesting time because we know that 10,000 hotel workers walked off the job today. How important is the union vote in this election?
Millions of Americans are members of unions, and today we did see hotel workers walk off the job at hotel chains like Marriott, Hyatt, and Hilton, all trying to get better union agreements with those companies that they work for. And so this is coming at the same time that both Trump and Harris are really trying to get that union vote. And right now we know that Americans are very supportive of unions. More than 70% of Americans say they have a favorable view of unions. At the same time, though, union membership is at a record low right now. We're continuing to see Trump and Harris try to get these union members to vote for them. So far, at least two different unions have actually endorsed Kamala Harris for president, including the American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations. They have over 12 million members, and they have endorsed Kamala Harris as a president. The National Education Association has also endorsed Harris. The Teamsters Union, they represent UPS drivers and Costco workers, among many other jobs. They have over 1 million members, and while they have not endorsed anyone for president yet, they did speak at the Republican National Convention. Their president, Sean O'Brien, spoke at the RNC in July. He did receive some pushback from members for that after he did call Trump tough. But just because the union leaders endorse a specific candidate doesn't mean that those members will follow suit. So we know that Harris and Trump will continue to try to push their message that they are the best candidate for union members. Kelsey?
Mills Hayes, appreciate it. Well, we're less than 10 days away from the first moment Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump, they're actually going to meet face to face. The highly anticipated presidential debate is set to take place in Philadelphia. It's the very same place Harris announced her running mate, Tim Walz, less than a month ago. The two candidates, they've wasted no time taking aim at one another, of course. Harris at the Democratic National Convention calling Trump an unserious man. She contrasted that by saying if he wins the presidency, there could be serious consequences. Meanwhile, Trump attacking Harris on nearly every issue, including border security, the economy. But Trump also taking aim at Harris's intelligence, saying he, quote, just doesn't think she's that bright.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.